Hello there, World of Tankers. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully all of you are doing well out there. I'm, of course, your host, Tanks Blitz, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Tier 7 French light tank, the AMX 1357. Now, this is still probably one of my favorite vehicles in the game. Definitely my favorite at Tier 7. And the reason for that being is while this thing does not look very menacing, that gun packs a big ol' punch. It has 6 shells dealing 90 damage, which is about, 530 in a clip. It's quite an aggressive vehicle for such a small size, and especially after update 7.5, as Wargaming has actually stated, the vehicle shrunk a little in size. Yeah, kinda weird. So I figured, you know what, let's talk about this tank, not only about how it shrunk in size, but as well, if it's a good vehicle, because it never comes in the store, and a lot of people always want to know, is it worth it to get this tank if it comes out? And the Blitz Fair, as we know, is rolling around the corner very, very soon, and in the auctions, there are always a lot of vehicles, so sometimes I think it's nice to do a review of certain tanks, maybe before they come out, or if you ever wanted to get your hands on this tank, well, you got your review right here, so at least it's up to date. So what is good about this tank and what is bad? Well, after they made it smaller, I think they made it about maybe 10% smaller. Like, when you look at the size compared to an AMX 1375, you can definitely see that the back is not as long, but really, it's not that much of a size difference, to be fair. So the 57, I'd say, just shrank a little bit, but the 57 always had what I like to call the mosquito gun, where it just sucks your blood dry. It shoots you 6 times for 90 damage. It's a very accurate gun, 0.301 dispersion with an aiming time of 2.8 seconds. It's really, really accurate. It does come with some issues though. While it is accurate, it has no penetration. It's only 195 in the premium, and yeah, that's not great. 195 is going to make it struggle on a lot of tier 8 vehicles, especially vehicles like the IS-5. You just can't pen them frontally. Tiger 2, good luck. So you have to flank with this vehicle. Now, the standard pen isn't actually too bad at 143. You'll punch through most tier 8 mediums and as well most tier 7 armor profiles in general, and if you need to dab that 2 key, well, it will get through most tier 7. So usually when you're up tiered is when it really struggles. But I just love the clip. It's got decent gun depression at 7 degrees, and it's extremely mobile, especially after Wargaming did buff the traverse speed on this vehicle. Now, tanks to look out for on the enemy team in this battle: SU-152, the 49 Hornet, the RHM, and the Emil. Man, it's pretty much all their tier 8s I have to worry about. Yeah, that's not fun. So I'm going to push off to the side. We're going to see how that works out. We got a Centurion. What else do we have? FCM. Oh, gee, our team's not... well, I guess we got a Smasher. We instantly win. Well, we'll see how we can do here, see if it goes well or not. But I personally love the AMX 1357. Now, that's not because it's an overpowered vehicle. It's by no means overpowered. In fact, far, far from it. This is one of the harder vehicles to run. I did have one of the highest damage games I've ever pulled out, and it was like 5,000 something, but it was more just because I was able to farm. It's really not the best vehicle. It's got a fun gun, but of course, fun does not mean overpowered. So we are going to shoot at this FE21, and because I positioned myself correctly, we shouldn't be detected. No, we were not. Not until at least that happened. The 49 was actually the reason we got detected there, I'm pretty sure. But we're just going to back up so he doesn't get the shot on us. Looks like he's still trying to aim at us, but we are going to try and... well, we're going to see if we can shoot him again. Here we go. Bing, bing, bing. This is why I love the vehicle, though. The gun is just so deadly, as you can see. Like, we've already clipped off over 1,083 hit points off that poor guy. And there's really not much you can do about it until it starts clipping you. And, you know, that FV, he's kind of stuck there. So we're going to see if we can get some more shells into him. There's 2. Oh, 3. Come on, keep going. Bounce, and another bounce, and another... Remember I said the pen is not necessarily the best? Well, that's a perfect example of the penetration not necessarily being the best. Now, I don't know when Wargaming did buff the armor, or not the armor, but they made the tank smaller, if they changed the... Ooh, hopefully we didn't get detected. Oh, we did. Good thing I backed in the cover. But I don't know if Wargaming also made the camouflage a little better, judging that they buffed the, you know, the camo on it, or, you know what I mean. They buffed the size of the vehicle. But let's shoot at this 49. Good shot so far. Another good shot. There you go, another 438. Like, you can see, this tank is just fun. It's a blast. It gets those shells out. It whips them out like crazy, too. And that 49, because I was using the double bush mechanic, I wasn't going to be spotted at all, so I just used the bush mechanics, didn't get detected, and did a pretty solid job. So, let's see if we can get a shell into the SU-152, if we can spot him. There he is. Okay, so we got the SU spotted right there. Again, let's use the bush mechanics. We should not be detected through the bush if I play this correctly. Hopefully not. Yes, again, you can see the bush mechanics being used in Blitz. So pretty much the way bushes work is if you cannot see through them, you won't be detected by enemy vehicles. So as you saw there, I used that tree, and because I couldn't see through the tree, and my vehicle is now not as big, it's going to make it a lot better in specific examples like that. Now the SU did hit me, and he hit me quite hard, but there you go, finishing off the SU. Let's back up before we get hit. That's a T-44-85. I thought that was a T-34-85, but yeah, we did a very solid job this game. Like, we carried this team quite a bit for what we are running. I don't know if that T-44 is trying to aim at us, but let's see if we can get some shells into him, maybe. Here we go, and boom. There's 1, 2 shells. We got a couple more left for you, buddy. There's a miss, but, well, let's just keep going. This tank is so fun. 3,089 damage. You can definitely see, though, it's really not OP. Like, that SU, he got a great blind shot on us. Took a big chunk of our HP off. And one thing you'll actually notice is that the clip reload isn't bad at all in this vehicle. You may be wondering, well, how does it have such a quick clip reload? It's only about, what is it, 10 seconds or so? Well, the reason the clip reload is so quick is because it takes you 5 seconds to get all of your shells out. It is 1 second between each shot. So it's 5 seconds plus the 10-second clip reload. So really, it takes you about, I would say, what, 15, 16 seconds on average to get all of the shells and reload the clip. Where when you compare that to an AMX 1375, this vehicle is a little different because it takes you, as you can see, it's 2 seconds between each shot. So 6 seconds, or not 6, it's actually 4. You're getting out the same damage quicker in this vehicle. In 4 seconds, you are dealing your 530 or whatever it is, but then you've got a little bit longer of a clip reload to kind of counter that. Actually, it's not. It's 9.26. So I don't know. It's very close on both the vehicles. As you can see, the reload time only 9.7 seconds. So it's very close between the both. And I do think the AMX 1375 is pretty much just as good of a vehicle, but it's just not as fun. Being able to spam 6 shells into the enemy tanks, like you saw that poor FE201, I just kept hitting him, and there was nothing he could do about it because, as you saw, I was using the bush mechanics, and it was just a fun game. So what are we up against? You got the Rudolph, Stritzwagen 74, M6, KV2, very deadly tank. Really, though, they don't have the deadliest of vehicles. Now, of course, light tanks like the LTTB, I've got to be very, very careful of, because a tank like that can easily rip me into pieces, especially if it rushes me. But, well, that was not the best shell to start off with. But, well, here we go. Let's aim in. There's 1 shell, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, not the 5th. We still took about 300 off him, though, which is, you know, quite fun. Nice shot from the stock Cheeto, is that? Yeah, the Cheeto. Okay, so we got the Rudolph out in the open as well. We got the M6 trying to cross, but let's see if we can get some shells into you. Oh, we got a lot of people crossing here. Hello, KV2. We're going to back up. I don't like to play with big old guns, and that's a big gun that I do not want to get hit by. So, oop, we are stuck on a wall that, that doesn't make sense. Okay, well, let's start shooting at the ML. Here we go. Yes, here comes fun. Fun. This tank is so fun. So you can see it's really not the most OP vehicle. The shells bounce a lot. It doesn't have the most penetration, but it's just fun. That's the whole point of Blitz, as I always say, is to have fun. And the fact that this vehicle has fun is why I love it. And it's just such a fun vehicle. So let's see. We got the M6 right here. Let's start shooting him in the lower plate. Come on. I believe. Pen all the shells. Yes. Oh, that hurt, though. Did not think that KV2 was aiming at me. Well, at least I know I don't have to worry about him for the next 20 seconds. So we can just pull out and start hitting this guy again. So there's 1. There's 2. And we can reload the clip once again. So the issue is that KV2 whipped off an average roll, which took, when you think about it, a big chunk of my HP off. So let's not get hit by him again. Yes, there we go. So here's the big old shells again. Hello, comrade. Do you like big shells? Yes. I love this. Okay, poor VK. I'm sorry, dude. But, well, we are going to feast on the remains of the KV2 by... we were going to shoot him. But, as you can see again, super fun tank. Won both games, and as you saw, didn't really carry that game. Didn't really do the most, but 2,000 damage and just such a fun vehicle, able to spit out shells like crazy. It's so fun. So, I would definitely suggest, if it comes out over any other vehicle, to actually look into getting this. It's super fun. Even if you don't do well, it's just an amazing tank. So, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. As always, if you did, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. But other than that, hopefully all of you are doing well out there. Stay happy, stay healthy, to be seeing you around in the next one.